Nobody's asking these questions? I am. Her name was Virginia GIUFFRE. She was recruited by Ghislaine Maxwell at the age of 15 at Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort while she was working as a locker room attendant. She spent years being trafficked by Jeffrey Epstein to powerful men, and then she spent the remainder of her life trying to make sure that those men were named. In a 2016 sworn deposition, she testified that if you walked foot into Jeffrey Epstein's house and you went in there and you continued to be an acquaintance of his, you would have to know what was going on there. There were nude pictures everywhere, photographs of young girls doing things to each other that would be considered child porn. She said anyone who came back knew, and these are the names that she provided under oath in a court of law. She claimed that Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell instructed her to provide services to former New Mexico Governor Bill Richardson, former Senate Majority Leader George Mitchell, British Prince Andrew, financier Glenn Dubin, MIT scientist Marvin Minsky, modeling agent Jean-Luc Brunel. She also described a foreign president, another prince, the owner of a large hotel chain in France whose name she could not remember. Every single one denied it. No one was charged. Not one lost their job until the files finally came out and the public made that happen. So here is what has happened. The George J. Mitchell Scholarship, a prestigious academic program, was renamed in February of 2026. Not because a court found him guilty, but because the public read Virginia's words and decided that they had heard enough. Jean-Luc Brunel, the modeling agent that Virginia said procured girls for Epstein, died by unaliving in a Paris prison in 2022 while under investigation for rape and trafficking of minors. Marvin Minsky, the MIT scientist that Virginia named, did pass in 2016. His former colleague publicly confirmed his presence at Epstein's Island. And then, of course, we all know what happened with Prince Andrew. Virginia GIUFFRE passed by unaliving on April 25th of 2025. And while other countries are finally holding some of these men accountable, our country is saying they are washing their hands of this and moving on. Before she passed, her family said that she wanted the files released, that she wanted to see full transparency. She wanted justice. She gave her testimony. She named names. She did everything right. The system did everything wrong. None of the men that were named by Virginia were ever charged with a crime in connection to Epstein. A teenager, trafficked by the most powerful men in the world, named them under oath, spent her life fighting for justice, and passed before she ever got to see it. And the men she named still walk free. That is not an opinion, that's a receipt. Make sure you follow because the truth does not need a spin.